Well, we were talking in the dugout. Those first 4 innings, I know he didn't give up any hits, but I mean, obviously the pitch count was down, but the way he went about it and moved the ball around, changed speeds, it was outstanding. And, they started getting hits a little bit later on, but the way he was able to command the zone, work quick, he didn't have to, there was no traffic because of the hits, obviously, but at the same time, he really did a good job.
Brian, what was different tonight with the offense? It seemed like everybody seeing the ball well at the plate and started hitting it around the park.
It sure did. The approach, I know the hitting coaches have been talking to him a little bit about their approach and looking at things, and so, but that was probably the biggest thing. Go ahead and take the hits to the opposite field. Don't just try to pull everything. And I mean, we pulled some balls, but we sure had a lot of hits to the opposite field. And the way they stayed on the ball was just, they hadn't done that in a while. Even though we had 14 hits last night, 14 hits tonight, the approach with runners on and in scoring position was pretty nice because of that.
Nice to see Jan have the type of night he did between not through a walk and then also have the hard contact.
The hard contact was good. I thought his approach tonight. We talked about everybody's approach, but his approach, he was much softer, with how he was going about it, seeing the ball much better, and he was able to really put some good swings on the ball. He needed that for his confidence, obviously, and that was just a nice approach that he had. That just about everybody had. No.
With that one, I mean, he kind of had a great June and then kind of tailed off a little bit. It's good to see him have a night like that.
Well, it's good to see him have the night, but even Edwin, 3 of his hits, were going the other way, and then he was able to hit that home run, which was just obviously on the right side, but just the way his approach was all night long, and he was able to square some balls up doing that, and it was sure nice to see.
With Ramirez, he's got thrown out at home twice, and at third base tonight. I know his aggressiveness is good.
We had all kinds of guys were wondering if he made the all-invisible team or something, and then we were thinking about measuring the bases, make sure they were 90 feet, not 95, because it just seemed like that he was. You want a guy to be aggressive and take the extra base when it starts adding up, obviously, and you're not swinging the bat like he is. It becomes an issue. But at the same time, being thrown out on a consistent basis, that's not exactly, we want to kind of be under control maybe a little bit more.
You said last night that guys maybe were starting to press a little bit. Is the hope of the night like tonight that maybe the guys then start to relax?
Yeah, we had so many hits from our middle of our lineup. You look at Brantley, Edwin, Hosey, and Chiz as well. But at the same time, the middle of that order, man, really swung the bats well. And the guys at the bottom were getting on. Zim, you mentioned Jan. So those guys were on, which wasn't the case. We had 14 hits last night, wasn't the case. So it was nice to kind of get everybody kind of contributing and putting it together.
Have you heard anything about Cheeto?
We don't have any updates yet. We're hoping hopefully we get those. If not later on tonight, it's kind of late now probably, but hopefully we hear something pretty quick.